The Converted Man here. Welcome to my new series that I'm calling the ABCs of Apologetics. I'd like to dedicate this whole series to Moose Gal, who gave me the idea and inspiration to do this. So, thank you. The point of this series will be to go over the basics of apologetics, what it is, what some of the arguments are, and give you some ideas of where to go from there in response. And some of you might be familiar with this information, and for others, this will be all new information. So this is in no way to be a comprehensive look at all of these ideas and issues, but it will be an intro to some of the ideas and issues in apologetics. Is for apologetics. What is apologetics? Here are 4 definitions taken from apologetic websites themselves of what it is. Number 1. Apologetics may be simply defined as the defense of the Christian faith. The simplicity of this definition, however, masks the complexity of the problem of defending apologetics. It turns out that a diverse approach has been taken to defending the meaning, scope, and purpose of apologetics. Number 2. Apologetics is the science and art of Christian persuasion. And number 3, apologetics is the branch of Christianity that deals with the defense and establishment of the Christian faith. Christian apologetics is something every true believer should be involved in, even if only a little. Number 4, apologetics is a word that is often misunderstood as if its meaning apologize for one's faith. The word, however, derives from the meaning from the Greek apologeta, meaning a reasoned defense. All 4 of these definitions have something similar to them, and I think the similarities will help us to narrow down what apologetics is to a single coherent definition. So from this point forward, apologetics is simply defense of the Christian faith, at least for this series. Now, let's consider some critical questions. What is faith? What is Christianity? And why does it need to be defended? Now, for the skeptic, our answers are probably going to not align with the apologetics answers, although sometimes they will. But it's really hard to pin down the answer for the first question, what is faith? Because the answers given by Christians don't always agree with each other. If we had a clear-cut definition across the board, well, it would be a simple matter of saying what faith is, but every apologetic seems to have their own unique take on what faith is. Now, some of them will agree with each other, but sometimes they won't. And you would think that appealing to the Bible might be some way for the apologetics to agree with each other, and some of them do that for what the word faith is, and some of them also do it, but then it's a different definition anyways. Oops! Well, so what is faith? It's up to the apologetic themselves to defend and explain to their audience what faith is. For the skeptic, this is a problem. As far as what Christianity is, this seems to be a problem to answer as well. For again, every Christian seems to have a somewhat different idea of how to be a Christian. What is required for salvation, what you have to do or not do, how you're saved, and so on. And thus, every apologetic who addresses those issues will have a slightly different spin on what that means, although some of them don't even address it at all. Why does it need defense? Well, any number of reasons, but the apologetics like to frame it that we're being attacked by the secular world or by the atheists, or our ideas have come under attack as of late and we have to respond. Any number of versions of this framing us versus them mentality are things that I've seen on apologetics websites, and that as you become familiar with it, you'll probably encounter yourself. And why is it important for the skeptic to know anything about apologetics? And I would simply say, because knowledge is power. The more you know, the less likely it is that you could be taken advantage of. And that concludes this brief overview of what apologetics is. Links to the websites will be in the description box below. If you have questions, comments, or concerns, please post them in the comment section, and I will respond, at least in text format, as best as I'm able. Thank you for your time and energy to listen to this, and I hope that number C, which isn't a number, will also help you to learn a little bit more. Number C, wow. That's a thing. I'm leaving that in there. Thanks for